All right, guys, going to take it kind of chill tonight. We're going to talk about a few things. I got postcards piling up. That's awesome. You guys are sending postcards again. That's exciting to get them on the wall here. So I'm not sure which ones I've shown, and I got to be careful what's on the back. I think we can show these. Maybe I've already shown this one, actually, the Hawaii one. This is from my buddy Chris, who we've talked a few times. So that's from Hawaii. That's awesome. I've never been to Hawaii. Looks like a fun time. I think I showed maybe even these California ones. And didn't write on the backside. I need to write down, chime in. If you sent me those, chime in so I can write on the backside. I forgot who sent those. I think this is Darren from the Austin one. I got a couple from you. These are good. I like these. Thanks for the notes. Sorry if I butchered your name. Here's another one. Appreciate it. Big time. I got one all the way from Tobias in Sweden. Check out that scenery. That's a city there. What does it say? This is from the capital city of Stockholm. So thank you for that. That'll look great on the wall. I'll get all these situated at some point. Just recently I did get this one, and I cannot read your signature. I'm sorry. And I will decipher some of the writing on there. But this is a station mascot in their train station, I believe it is. They actually have a cat as their station mascot. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And this should be fine to show on here. If it's not, then let me know, Cameron. But Cameron sent me over some of his fancy photography work here and stuff. So that's really cool. Now what I want to talk about is a couple of watches that are going to be coming soon to us microbrand fans. And certainly I'm going to be on the lookout for them. I mean, there's already a long list of ones that I'm looking at for sure. But this is the from my good buddy Carlos Borealis. This is the Olisipo, which is the old name of the great city of Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal. So this is a kind of a big deal watch here. Of course, the size is going to be great on it. You're going to have an offset crown. You're going to have a pretty dynamic dial. There's pictures. These are all like of the manufacturer that's going to be assembling them and everything. This is the prototypes that he's working on. So hopefully I'll be getting one of these in soon. You can see there's different colorways. There's the orange with the lume. Obviously I'm going to be all about that orange one there. I really like that. And it looks a little funky because they're still waiting on the ceramic bezel inserts, but once that's in there, it'll look way more complete. So great looking watch. This is one that I'm super excited about, and I think a ton of people are as well. Hopefully you can see it all right. But this is the Raven. I believe, I'm pretty sure they ended up with the name of Solitude. Steve ran I don't know what you want to call it, a challenge or to help name it and stuff like that. And the Raven Solitude, even if you look up Raven Solitude, it like totally goes together. So I think this is going to be a home run watch for sure. There's going to be a couple different colorways. I'm honestly going to have a hard time picking which color to go with this because there's a killer white one there too. But this is definitely going to be a home run watch. So I also want to talk about an email real quick that was sent to me back in the middle of March, and I know I'm a little late getting back to it, but if you're watching, Kareem, this is a response to your email. So what he had wrote me is he is graduating from dental school pretty soon in a prestigious college in my home state of Michigan, and that's coming up soon in May. So he's done his time. He's going to be graduating dental school, and he gave me a list of his collection. Here's his collection here. So he has on each piece kind of means something to him. So that's, I think, important to do when you're doing a collection. It's more important to have watches that actually mean something versus having watches that are just purchased for random, which is fine too. I mean, that's all part of the journey, but This watch here, this is a simple quartz watch that his grandma, I think, gave him a long time ago. This is a Shinola chronograph that his parents gave him, and this actually inspired him to wear watches and be a watch person such as we are. And of course, he has a Sarb Alpinist there. He doesn't wear a ton, but he loves it. And certainly, I think those three you're going to want to hold on to. Those all mean something. And then his almost daily wear is this JDM Seiko high accuracy. It kind of looks like an SKX there. This is a 38 millimeter watch, and it is a perpetual calendar. It's actually a really cool watch, so definitely hold on to that. I think he said a buddy of his picked that up for him overseas. And then, of course, he has a Mickey Invicta there, so that's just fun. That's kind of cool. So no doubt about it. He's got a ProTrek there. Again, that's a nice, bang around watch if you're going to be doing some workouts or doing whatever. He also sent a picture over of him wearing a Rolex Submariner, and I got to say that looks really good on your wrist. So part of your email was questioning for your graduation gift, you were thinking of getting it either a Rolex Oyster Perpetual or a no-date sub or a 39 millimeter Rolex Explorer 1 or more affordable pieces. And I have to say, I've never done college. There's a picture of his almost everyday wear watch, which is awesome. I think it's awesome that you wear that all the time. But to answer your question, graduating from U of M dental school is a big deal. There's no way it's not a big deal. And if you can manage it and your budget will allow you to do so, 100%, I think you should walk into a Rolex authorized dealer and talk to them and possibly pick a watch. Now, it's going to be difficult because they're not going to have a ton for you to choose from, probably from the case, because of the scarcity of the models. But, you have to decide for yourself ultimately whether you want like the Explorer or the Submariner or the OP. Obviously, I picked for my one and only Rolex as of now, the Oyster Perpetual 39. Absolutely love it. Zero regret. This will be with me forever. So, but I mean, some of it might come down to cost, or it might come down to just what's available. I really think you probably shouldn't compromise. I think you should know. And you've already checked out the Submariner, so you already know. Did you connect with it? Or do you think you would rather have an Oyster Perpetual or whatever line? But 100%, I am on board with you treating yourself, celebrating your graduation of a really hard task, and purchase that Rolex that really speaks to you, and you'll have that watch forever. So I say go for it. Just you got to figure out which one's going to work for you. I can't choose that for you. Obviously, you're into divers, but maybe it's more fun to play around with these affordable divers, because you also talk about building an SKX. So maybe you do get the Oyster Perpetual or the Explorer, or even a Milgauss or a Air King, whatever your tastes are. Maybe you pick up one of those and then you play around with some of the affordable divers. You know what the Seiko's like, and you were talking about building a custom SKX, which would be awesome too. You guys know I'm a big fan of those, obviously. I built this guy here. You talk about some sumo parts and stuff like that. I have a couple of other builds coming up using the turtle parts. It's super easy. I think it turns out really good, and there's some really good turtles out there. So, but even that, I mean, you spec it out and you figure out what you want to do, and don't compromise, and build it the way you want to build it. So make the journey what you want it to be. You didn't compromise by going to one of the best schools out there to get your dental education. Don't compromise on your watch either. I say go all the way. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks, Kareem, for the email. Thanks, everybody, for the postcards, and I will talk to you very soon.